right, just so you know that I'm taking this seriously this time. And so here's the coil, and there's the paper that's going to go in between. I decided to put a piece of paper down first and then use these to separate, and then, obviously do the other ones to separate. Here's the one coil of wire. Oh, sorry. And here's the other coil of wire. So instead of doing it in the shop or in the garage, I'm going to do it in my office, in my house, where it's nice and cool and comfortable. I'm just trying to figure out, though, how to start the wire. I think the way Sky did it, he just let it float off this way and just wrapped it. What I normally do is drill a couple of small holes. I don't know if I want to do that. I want to kind of copy exactly what he does, but I always drill a couple of small holes. And actually, I drill 4. I drill 2 very close to the inner edge, and then separate it with 2 on the outer edge. So I think that's what I'm going to do. If it doesn't work, I can always, do something else. Anyway, just wanted to show you I got the old craft paper out, and I got my paper cutter so I can do it nice and straight, and I got my 2 5-pound things of coil. This is 23 gauge and this is 25 gauge. I couldn't get 21 gauge, so I went in the opposite direction. I think 25 and 23 will work just as good as 23 and 21. 21's obviously a much fatter wire, but I think these will work. All right. Well, this puts a complete halt to my wrapping today. I ordered this one, 23 5-pound 23 gauge wire. I ordered 25 gauge wire, 5 pounds. What they sent me was 17 gauge, 10 pounds. I can't use 17 gauge wire. I knew something was wrong the second I saw it. This wire is way too big. Ugh. So I've got to return it and now wait for the right stuff to come in. That really pisses me off. All right, so just so that it's not a total loss, I'm not going to do anything with this one today. But I do have this one. That's not a very good one, but I can test out my technique. So I can wrap it with 23, and I have some 22. Now, I don't have a lot of 22, but I think I might have enough to put at least 4 or 5 layers on there. And it's just to test it out. Or I may just try to do a single coil instead of a bifilar with just the 23 gauge. I'm so pissed. I was so ready to get this thing done today, because this is a good one. This is definitely a good one. This one, not so much. But doesn't mean I can't still use it to test on. I think the strips are a different size for this one. Oh no, they're the same thing. That's right. I made it all 30. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough wire, enough 22 gauge. I have a lot of 26 gauge and 28 gauge. And I think I even have some 24 gauge, but I don't. Oh, I'm so pissed. Freaking Amazon. I love Amazon, but hate them at the same time. Because I shouldn't say that. They don't make this type of mistake that often. But I should have known just by looking at that coil. It was literally twice as big as this one. It was a 10-pound coil of 17 gauge. So hopefully I'll have the 25 gauge. I think I'm going to order some 21 gauge too, just so that I can copy Sky's technique in coils exactly, but I think I'm going to try to do a bifilar with these two wires here. I won't get a lot on here, but it'll be enough to see if my technique works. I will report back shortly. Ciao. All right, so I'm actually learning a lot by this test. It's a little trickier than I thought, but it is working. So now I'll take now I'll take one of these and put it around there and start another layer. And we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm doing this with 23 gauge, and I think that's 22 gauge. I forget. But yeah, it seems to be working. I have to work out how to hold my hands and I have to make a drag system with this. So it seems to be working okay though. So let me put a strip on there, one of these strips, and start a new layer. Hold tight. All right, so I've gotten the second. I've already put one cardboard in between it, and so this will be the third row. It seems to be going okay. All right, let's keep going. All right, so I've got the next thing on there. My hands are starting to cramp up, so I think I'm gonna just let it rest for a while and come back to it a little bit later. But when it's all done, I'll show you guys, and we'll take some ohm readings and all that good stuff. Again, Jorge, this is just a test, That's the real deal right there. This guy's just a test. I'm waiting for the good wire to come in. All right, my friend? Ciao.